Hello, 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 and welcome to Sharing Your Story with Harabed's Thoughts. And I have author Tysheka N. Wright on here, and I'm going to let her introduce herself.
Thank you, Deb. Hi, is everyone. My name is Tysheka Wright. I'm born and raised in New Orleans, South Carolina, known as Dodge City. I attended Silver Bluff High School. I graduated from Southern Wesleyan University, and I have my master's degree in master's in leadership. I currently work at Savannah Riverside, which I've been there for a total of 17 years. And I enjoy doing what I do. But currently, Tysheka now has produced a book, someone else, hopefully that I can reach those out there in the world that let them know that there is hope out there.
So much, Miss Tysheka, for that wonderful introduction. And so, yes, it is. You are sharing your story. So, I know you gave us all of your accolades and where you're from, right down here in New Orleans, South Carolina, this little town right over across from mine.
Hmm.
And but just kind of like well, first we'll talk about what started you to write. Like, is this your first book, or have you always wanted to write? Or
This is my first book that I've authored. I was I was pretty good in school with reading, and I liked to write in school. But
Mhm.
really, truly inspired me was when my friend died in 2020 when COVID hit.
Mhm.
And I was tired of living like how I was living, knowing I
Yeah,
wasn't living right anyway, in and out of relationships, doing
right,
basically what Tashika wanted to do and not following what God had planned for me to do. And
right.
when I sat out there after the funeral and just sat with myself and just thinking about the things, was I'm going to continue to go in the path that I'm on? Was I
Mhm.
going to try to get my life right and try to get on this Christian journey? Because I don't want to die and go to hell. I
Right.
my plans on is going to see Jesus.
Amen to
But
that.
so as I sat there and thought, and I said I got to first of all give up drinking, because if I knew if I continued to drink, I was gonna drink my problems and just continue to drink, and it's gonna create more problems and more problems. And when I got home that evening and continued to just think on the situation and what I was going to do, it clicked to me,
Mhm.
to start journaling. And then
Okay.
as I continued to journal, the Holy Spirit came and spoke to me and said, "I want you to write. I want
Okay.
you to write about all your trials and tribulations." And I
Right.
just started writing.
Okay. Okay. So, how long did it take you to write this book? I read most of it, and it is a fairly long book, which I knew you had a lot to tell. How long did it take you to write it?
It took me a total of 3 years to actually write it, because
Mhm.
I've looked at a lot of videos on YouTube, where where people are writers, and basically saying don't worry about the structure, don't worry about the pronunciation, grammar errors, just write when it comes to mind.
Right.
I'll be sitting here while, if my kid's gone, or if I'm here by myself, or I might go to Starbucks, and where I get a
Right.
piece of mind, and I just write
Hmm.
about everything, that comes to mind, or what the Holy Spirit gives to me anyway.
Okay. Okay. All right. I can see that definitely. So, we can kind of like dive into the story a little bit from where you began. If you'd like to elaborate a little bit on that from the beginning, just give the people like a little bit of a, I guess, an introduction of your story.
The introduction of my story.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, like I said, I'm born and raised here in New Orleans.
No, I
Um,
mean, I'm sorry. No, like an introduction of the beginning of the book. I mean, I'm sorry. Like
the
a,
introduction.
not the whole book, just like some of the key points of your book, like some important points that you wanted to like stand out in the book.
Oh, points that I want to stand out about my book.
Yes.
Two main points that I would like to stand out about my book. Like I said, I was in and out of a lot of relationships with different men. I
Right.
thought that having a man is where love was. Even though I knew I was surrounded by love, I had love from my family. I had love from my mother. Even I
Right.
had love from my father, even though he wasn't at present like he was supposed to be. But I wanted to jump in and out of relationships trying to find what gave me love. And
Mm-hmm.
what I want people to know out there, and what I want people to touch across the world, is that you don't have to go sleep with different various men or women in order to seek to have love.
Right.
You have to have love with the creator.
Yes.
Because continue to sexual morality, no matter how you look at it, is a sin. And the further
Right.
you go into that sin, it
Mm.
opens up the doors to all kind of different things.
Right. Exactly. It does. It does.
The second point about I want to say about this is that you're never alone. I always thought that I was alone in all the situations, being that through the people that I have lost in my book. I've lost like my mother, a
Right.
dear family that I consider my best friend.
Yes.
Um, my my boyfriend that died when 2020 and due to COVID. No
Right.
matter what your circumstances or what you go through,
Mm-hmm.
God is always there. And when I thought I was alone, He was always there. I just I chose not to listen to Him or hear Him. I wanted to do what Sheikah wanted to do. But I
Right.
encourage all out there in the world to keep your spiritual ears open and hear God.
Yes. Yes. I can definitely attest to that. But you can go through all kind of things, but in the end, the main person, the one who's gonna really have your back is the man upstairs. God, the one who got your back. You might have friends, of course, and you have your family members, but when it really boils down to it, God is the one who has your back, who gives you strength to get out of that situation and come on through.
Yes.
Yes, he does. So and I know you went through some various situations. We won't tell the whole book. I know you did went through. I know you kind of went through some situations in your book. So if you can kind of maybe even think back to some of the times when you were going through, if you, I don't know, like when you wrote the book, did like some of the feelings come back up to you when you were writing the book, of when you were going through the actual, things, different things in the time frame when you were writing it?
Yes. When I went through the abuse with
Mm.
my with I ain't gonna say I don't want to tell. I'm trying to figure out how to
One
say it without saying it.
right,
But when I went through the abuse, it was more or less therapeutic. Well, most of all the scenarios that I went through, because like I was telling you earlier prior to our interview,
right,
some of those things I was still toting. You know, I had this smile on my face. Oh, Sheikah, you so happy every time I look around. You smiling. You ain't don't look like nothing bothering you.
right.
No, you just don't understand. I was still toting bondage. I had things when like I said, through abuse, through
Mm.
um my childhood when I was being bullied at school. I wasn't the popular one or the one
Mm.
to everybody go see or who I
Right,
still carried those things, but as I wrote, it was more or less therapeutic, and it was like a sense of release, as I
right,
wrote it down on paper.
right. You were just letting it all out, just releasing it. Yes. And a lot of people, like when you mentioned about being bullied, and it still, of course, still goes on today. Our children, grandchildren. But a lot of people don't think that that stuff carries on with you, and it does. Because I went through some stuff in elementary, middle school. I got teased for being too skinny.
Oh my!
Yes, I was skinny with big feet.
Look, I was big with big feet, period, and they look at their favorite thing they used to love to call me black.
I know you said I saw that in the book, and I'm like, and why? And people do that, They, it's a shame that we do that to each other in our culture, in the African American culture, that we do that because, like, even with me, with my children, two of my youngest two are fair skinned, and then my oldest daughter, she's a little darker, and they went through that too. With she felt bad, sometimes about her skin, and I'm like, y'all are my children, I don't look at it that way, but still people out there in society, they still separate us that way just for our skin tone. And we're all still the same underneath. But then when it comes to other things, now they don't separate us with our skin color. So, but I mean, we'll talk about all that. But but I mean, and it's sad that we have to go through that. Especially as children, we get bullied, and for things that are out of our control. Because we can't control our
Yeah.
skin color, our hair, our feet size, or our weight or whatever. You can't control that. Those things like that. So
No, no.
yeah,
God made us unique. And like I said, it took me till I got grown to figure out, this is me and this is who he created me and I'm unique in he created me in his image, not
right.
Tysheka image, but in his image.
That's right.
So I embrace the skin I am in now. I love my blackness and I
I don't
love my
blame you.
darkness.
Exactly. I love my natural hair. I love my. You
I
ain't wear
look
your
down, I
natural
cut
hair.
off
You
my
don't got no curls. Hey, I know that's all right. If it feel good to you, then wear it, rock it. No, you don't
wear
want
it.
to put no perm in your hair. No, no. And I used to do hair. I don't want no more
Ah.
perm. I don't want no more relaxed. This is nice and easy. I might put a little color in there now, but other than that, I'm good.
And
But
walk with pride, hold my chest up,
exactly, hold it on
and
here and keep on walking on.
speak positive vibes getting up. When I hit my feet on the ground, I try to make it a habit to say
Right,
whatever today is going to be positive. I
right.
am positive. I don't want to focus around nobody but people that speak positivity.
Hey,
Nothing is going to happen that's going to get in my way today. I
right.
believe in Sheikah.
Exactly, exactly. Believe in Shika, you believe in God, He got you here for a reason, and you keep going every day. And that's what I do. I keep on going every day, no matter what get in my way. We might get knocked down a little bit. We human,
Oh
but for the
yeah.
most part, yeah. For the most part, I say, yeah, God got me here for a reason, and He ain't ready to call me home yet. So until then, I'm good. Just keep on doing what He want me to do, and I keep on going. Exactly, keep on going. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me.
Oh, that's
Yes, ma'am. So are you planning on doing any more writing in the near future?
um. You sound like my dad. My dad said, "Now you got to write a book, a second book, right?" And my son even said it. Now you got to make a second book, a sequel. You know,
Right.
tell people what happened next, what's going to happen next, or
Mhm.
actually, what started off this book. Someone else is 196 pages. I
Right. I
started
saw
off with
that.
310,
Oh
but
my goodness.
the lady that did the development of the editing for the first time, she was
Mm-hmm.
like, "Oh," she was like, "You got a large memoir," and I was like, "Yeah."
Right.
So certain things I had to
Extract
extract
from. Right.
that didn't flow with what the story, the plot that I was trying to go for.
Oh.
So it may be that it'll be a second book, but I might wait on the Lord to give me that, just like He told me to write
Right.
this particular book.
Right.
So I'm
Right.
not gonna just write it
Not
on my.
gonna rush it. Exactly. Not gonna rush it. And that's with me too. Like I've been, like I was telling you before when we talked about me writing a backstory. But it's like I'll sit down and I'll start. It's like I won't say I get distracted, but it's like I'll start on it was like it's not time for me to really fully get it out now, or at least it's not time for me to like rush and put it out there. Like I'll write bits and pieces of it. But it's not time for it to come out yet. So yeah, you gotta listen to him, and he'll let you know when it's time. Bring that book out or whatever it is that he wants you to do. He's gonna let you know, like, okay, here, daughter, it's time. Because when I wrote that book, when I wrote mine, I was like, okay, what am I doing? I'm like, am I gonna really put my business out there? And he said, this is what I want you to do, and
Mhm.
I listened. So we have to honor him and listen to him, and seek his guidance. When we're going through things, because he's the one who's gonna help us out and be there for us and guide us and lead us, and that's what we do, and just follow his word. So yes, so you want to tell us a little bit more about like the things that you, I guess, like to do just for Tashika,
Tell about what now? Say it
like
again.
things that you like to do just for Tashika, like relaxing, your self care and things like that you like to do for yourself,
Oh, for myself, just personally,
like your self
I
care and things.
self care. Far as my self care, I attend the gym two
Okay.
times a week, and I walk with a lady three. You know, because in
Mhm.
order for me to do what God has told me to do, I got to make sure this physical body is in shape to do
Right.
where I need to be. Um,
Mhm.
I enjoy going to church. You know, it seems like my whole perspective and agenda has changed since I'm trying to seek God's face each and every day. I don't do the things that I used to do. I don't go to clubs. I don't
Right.
party. Now, if you want to go out somewhere and eat, now
Right.
she with it. She could go sit at the restaurant. You say, Chica, you ready to go
Mhm.
somewhere and eat? I'm on it. I'm ready
Right.
to eat. Go
Mhm.
to a movie. I enjoy going to the movies and more
Right.
or less spending time with my grandchildren,
Yeah.
and trying to make sure that they know who God is too. I make
Right.
sure they attend church along with me when I go on Sundays, because that's where it started. Is when you grow
Exactly.
them up when they're small, you know,
Right.
they get grown and then try to instill that into them because
Yeah.
they
It's
ain't grown.
harder then. Exactly. It's hard. Then I had mine in there since they were in the womb. We going to church. And I gave birth. We still going to church. And they didn't depart from it. When they got older and went on their own. And I still find them. They coming home, Mom, I want to go to church. We going, let's go to church. Come on, baby. My baby want to go to church. 'Cause after COVID, I had got a little comfortable with, the virtual service. And my pastor, I did. I be and pastor, and then I moved for a little while and came back. But pastor kept the virtual services open still. And so I got comfortable with it. My daughter, my baby came, Mama, I want to go to church because I think she was coming in town. I was like, okay, my baby want to go to church. Don't get up, don't put me some clothes on. We going to church. And my grown baby now, with the grandbaby. I'm like, yeah, we go to church. So like, okay, my baby want to go to the church house. We going to the church house.
Right.
When when they need that actual in the inside, not just that virtual, you gonna make sure they get what they need. Because I know you as a mother as well. You gonna make sure your child get what they need. So I can,
Yes.
yes, exactly.
I still with COVID, I ain't gonna say that I wasn't scared. You know, I was still moving and going places where we could go anyway. But
Right.
but God don't give us the spirit of fear, and I try to keep that embedded in my head that God don't give us the
Hmm.
spirit of fear. And if it's
Right.
gonna happen, it's gonna happen. But when I did get it, I ain't gonna even lie. I was at work and
Hmm.
realized I was having those symptoms
Okay.
and was in denial,
Mm.
thinking it's a cold, it's just a cold, I'm just sniffing, it's just a little common cold. And I went
Right.
and got myself tested. And
Hmm.
before I can get round the corner good, they called me, told me that I was positive for COVID. Now you talking about somebody heart dropped all the way to my stomach? Oh yeah,
Right.
okay. But I
Uh-huh.
said, I thought God got me now.
Exactly. He got you. And we have a viewing audience. Hey, Miss Vanessa, she says, hey.
Hey, Miss Vanessa.
Yes, and she's in the CRSRA too. I think she's on the Georgia side though. You may or may not know her too. But this is author Tysheka Wright. She's author of Someone Else. This is My Story. So we're just talking a little bit about her and her story and the things that she went through and how she overcame. God kept her through it. The trials and the tribulations that she went through to make it through. So we're just kind of like talking about that a little bit. So if you have any questions or anything, Vanessa, just feel free to put them in the chat. But yes, it's just life. Life will send you all kind of lemons, and you just gonna make lemonade out of them, right?
Mm-hmm.
Exactly. Just gonna keep
We
going.
never know what we'll face. You just have to be ready and just believe and have faith that God will see you through from the seen and the unseen.
Right. Exactly. Right. Because he sees everything, but we don't know. We don't see what he sees. So that's
Mm-mm.
what we gotta sit ourselves, take us a little step back. Go back way back there somewhere. And just let him take the lead. And I say let because he give us free will to do what we want to do, but we have to make a choice to follow him and to follow his ways and to listen and pay attention because you gotta pay attention, you gotta listen, you gotta use your eyes, your discernment, and try to see exactly what it is that he's trying to tell you and trying to protect you because he can be trying to protect you for some things sometimes and you know, oh no, like you said, there was guys, I love him, I can make it better, I can do this, and
Ooh,
y'all
I
know
want
me.
him. I want
I
look.
want him, I
That's
love
me and my
him.
boo. Oh, I
Right.
got to have him. Oh,
Exactly.
oh,
Exactly.
he
And
look
God,
good. Oh yeah,
right. And God
he
said,
ain't my
uh-uh.
type. He ain't my
Right.
type.
Exactly. And God said, uh-uh. Exactly. Nope. That's what Vanessa said. Just walk in faith and he'll do the rest. Exactly. Just walk in
Mm-hmm.
faith and he'll do it. Like, no, like, you, God said, you better sit down somewhere. I told you.
Look, see,
Like,
kind of told you, you so
it's
hard
like
headed.
I told you, yeah. Well, I always say you got a hard head. And I said, I always tell people, I said, I said, God know I'm one of them little hard headed children. I said, and I said he had to whoop me sometimes. I said I'm stubborn as a mule. I said he had to whoop me every now and then, let me know. Look, now I told you, but
Mm-hmm.
I take those whoopings, those spiritual whoopings, I take them with, with grace because I said, that's his love for me. And, he let me know, like, look, that wasn't good for you. But sometimes he has to let you get a little taste of it for yourself to see that, okay, hey, yeah, I don't think I should have done this. I didn't, this is a choice that I shouldn't have made or a road I shouldn't have went down. Sometimes he had to let you see that for yourself. And
Yes,
I
right.
know, right, and I know, in some of your story, I know eventually you had to see that for yourself, that, hey, this ain't the road that I want to go down, I know I got to do better for myself, for my family and everything.
That's
So I
right.
know, right, so I know it wasn't easy, we're not going to tell the whole book, but you got to go get her book on Amazon.
Look,
Get her
I
book on Amazon.
yes, yes. I'm just thankful, Deb, right now.
Mhm.
Of the things, of those trials and tribulations that I did go through. I was
Right,
in that hog pen now, but he allowed me to
right,
turn my mess into a message that I hope
exactly,
that when they read my testimony, because that comes from my truly my gut of all
right.
the experience that I faced and encountered. And I
Mhm.
don't want anybody to feel sorry for me because, you know,
Right,
I knew better. I had a choice. Like just like you said, I had a choice. But like I
right.
said, I wanted to do what Sheikah intended to do. But again, I'm thankful
Mhm.
now that whoever, I don't know if it touched one or two people, as long as it touched somebody and it gives them a sense of hope, it
Right.
God is good to me. God is
Yes,
good
it
today.
is.
I'm
Amen,
still
honey.
standing and I'm holding
Amen.
my head proud. And
Yes.
regardless of what I did encounter, that
Right.
is a stepping stone for somebody else out there that needs hope. Need to know that.
Exactly. Right. Exactly. Because you don't know what, like I said, we go through life and we think, oh, this ain't gonna happen to me. That ain't gonna happen to me. I'm fine. I'm okay. But God already done seen like, now you knew better. You knew, I told you not to go that direction. But we sit there,
Hmm.
we like I said, we hard headed. We sit there and go in them directions anyway. And then we got to suffer them consequences. Like she said, Vanessa said the whole time he protected you from a fool. Exactly. Exactly. Yes, if I had a hindsight, is what it's at 2020. Yes, he be protecting you, and you don't be listening. We be like, oh, like you said, I love him, or
Look,
I change him, and
mhm,
her, it's some women out there, the guys, need to get away from too. But like,
yeah.
yeah, right, but like, oh, I can change him. I can. God said
Mm-mm.
it's not for you to change, and it's not for us to change that other person.
I
And can
tried
nobody do
that.
that? Right? Can nobody do that but God? God is
Nobody
the one
can
who
change him or her but God.
exactly. And they gotta allow him to do that because it's a choice. Because they can either be strong-willed and, like I said, be hard-headed and just say, "Okay, no, I'm gonna choose not to follow God, and I'm gonna choose to keep continuing living in sin, and going the other way." Or they can choose, "Okay, God, help me out of this, and I'm gonna do right. I'm gonna do." So they still got a choice, but yeah, ultimately, He the only one that can save them. They can run to Him and He can save them, but we can't save them. We can't
No.
fix them. We
Mm-mm.
can't.
Mm-mm. They
We
got to
can't.
want to save themselves.
Right,
You know what
exactly.
I'm saying?
We
And
we
all the
all tried to, Vanessa.
mm-hmm.
We all tried to. Like you can't save those people though. You gotta stay. You gotta focus on God and listen to what He's telling you and teaching you and everything, and protect yourself. You spend forth. Yeah, I understand. I understand. Yeah, but you gotta just like I said, you gotta follow His lead, pray, and then ask Him to save you from that situation and to say, hey, Lord, I don't want to do this no more. I don't want to live like this no more. I don't want to be in this situation no more. Help me out of this situation, Lord. The people I shared something on Facebook today. Lord, if it ain't for me, or something to that effect. But if it's not for me, please get it away, knock it away, whatever. They're like, Lord, sometimes I can't see it. Sometimes, we be blind sometimes, we don't see what's actually there. So you got
Mm-mm.
to pray. I ask the Lord, you see what I don't see. So you knock it out the way, you move, block me, shield me from the evil that's out there, that's coming towards me, and protect me. And that's how we got to keep going through life. We got to ask Him to just protect us and lead us and
Mm.
guide us.
That's right. Because see, we look at it with our spirit. I mean, our physical. We don't
Right.
look at spiritual lenses. So we looking at this right here, the muscles and
Uh huh.
the shoes and it's
Skin
fine and all
tone, all
that.
that stuff. Mm-hmm.
I see what Miss Vanessa was talking about a narcissist. Now that's a
I've been,
whole different category right there.
yeah,
And
that's another conversation for us all to have one day.
I dealt with that
Yeah,
too.
yeah, I
I
know.
didn't know what that actually meant until I had looked at a video. I don't know if y'all familiar with R.C. Blake's. He's a
Yes. Oh, he helped me so much when I was
oh,
going through. Yes.
he had me in tears.
Mm-hmm.
And this is during this time when I was writing my book,
Okay.
about, far as healing as a woman,
Right.
and he broke it down talking about narcissists, and then he
Mm-hmm.
pointed out the key signs of identifying what a narcissist is, and
Right.
those key signs. And now this particular character wasn't in my book, but it's a
Right.
relationship I had, and all those signs lined up with what
Mm-hmm.
he explaining about him. And what I'm gonna tell you what one he told me. What a guy told what he told me now.
Mm-hmm.
Got to test it before you buy it.
Uh-huh. Somebody said that recently. I saw that somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, but did you put it in the book? You put it in the book, didn't you? Test it
Did I
before you.
put?
I saw
I
that
think.
somewhere.
Yeah. I put it. I
Okay,
made
you
it. I
did put
think
it
it's
in
in my
there.
introduction.
Okay, I know I saw that in there. SDCs already. Yeah, I know I saw it in there. Right. You gotta test it before you buy
Got
it.
got to tell. He told me, look,
Mm-hmm.
because at the time I was trying to go into being abstinent. Because, like I said, I had done been through a lot, and I said,
Right.
laying up with this person, laying up, and
Right.
but digging a hole deeper and deeper.
Right.
Got
Mm-hmm.
with this individual, and he hollering about, oh, you ain't never heard of you go buy a car before you drive it. You go buy
Right.
you pay for it,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm like, no. He said, well, same thing applies when you trying to get with a guy. I got to see what it's like. I want to see what it's all about.
Right. That's how they get you. Like you said,
Been
they
right
draw
into
you.
that trap and was stuck.
Exactly. Like you said, they draw you in. That's how they get you. You know that, and you would think because they do that in high school and middle school, and they still do it in the 20s and 30s and 40s.
Yes, yes, yes. They get the older they get, it seems the worse like they get.
Yes, yes, yes. It don't stop. It's like now you think they will say, okay, that's my childish ways. So I done matured, and I'm not. I don't think that way. But they still, because I got divorced and I started dating and stuff. Learning about life and everything. And I'm like, who is he? Like, huh? Like, what in the world? Like, and they still act like they're children. They
That's
still
right.
got that same mentality.
But see, again, I ain't gonna just say necessarily that it's women. Men, I mean, men experience that kind of things too. But we as individuals have to learn to say no. That's
Right,
that's what I'm trying to encourage people out there to say no. Wait
right,
till God send you your appointed lady or a man. Don't go out
right.
here trying to pick your own person because
Mm-hmm.
that person might not be for you.
Exactly, exactly. You have to wait and be patient. Get to know
Patience.
them and see. Like I said, vet the person. See, is this the person who God wants you to be with? Take your time with them, get to know them and everything. No need to be rushing. What you rushing for? We ain't in a race.
Oh
So,
no, it ain't no race. It ain't no.
mhm.
It's not a race, Deb. I'm right now.
Right.
Deb, been this. I'm 4 years absent. I have that. I wrote that in my book.
Mhm.
I'm 4 years in absent, and this the best time of my life right now.
Right.
Finding who I am. I've learned some things about myself that I didn't necessarily know about. Um,
Right.
my children are growing a better bond. I'm
Right.
I'm I'm just happy right now. I have joy right now.
Right. That's good. That is good. God give us strength to go on our journeys and to do what we feel that we should do, to honor him and to honor ourselves, and just keep on going. Like, nobody's just worth you just, just throwing yourself away, just throwing your life away for him. Yeah, and like she said, sometimes we're compromising, looking for love in all the wrong places. Exactly. Exactly, exactly.
Mm,
And that's why, and it's sad that it's like we have to get to a point where we go through some things so we realize, okay, I'm somebody too. I gotta start thinking about me too, and discovering ourselves. My sister, yeah, discovering yourself is a blessing.
mm-hmm.
We gotta learn, and we need to teach the young people to do that from the beginning. Don't wait till
Beginning.
later.
The
Don't wait
beginning.
till later. Start that now and continue that on now. Discovering yourself, learning about yourself, so you know exactly who you are and whose you are. No matter. I know everybody have different faiths, but just know who you are and whose you are,
That's
and
right.
that's the main parts of the journey. Those two factors. You're gonna be all right because you're gonna have that backing. You're gonna have that backing that's gonna kind of like keep you grounded to where
Yeah.
okay, right, so okay, yeah, I know I shouldn't be doing that. Nah, they might be doing it, but I know I don't need to be out there running around doing this and that. Like even with my children, when they were younger, my girls especially, like when they were younger, their friends always like, yeah, they didn't dress the way the friends dressed, and then we didn't do that, they one around in no little skimpy stuff, no skimpy clothes and all that stuff. Because I remember one time recently, me and my daughter, we were taking my grandson to school, and there was a teenage girl out there waiting on the school bus. She had that changing clothes, putting on something skimpy, at least her bottom half, putting on something skimpy. Yeah. And I'm
Mm-mm.
like, my daughter was like, now look at her little fast behind, And my daughter, she like said, she ain't even quite 30 yet, but she a mom and she understand. She know, that's how when it's like you see that, okay, yeah, I did something right, I raised them right, I did you some of that stuff sunk in, and it wasn't even a point of just necessarily drilling it in the head. They see your character, they see how you are, and yeah, they dress age appropriate, but for their age now, but they still don't go too far as to just showing everything, and like you don't carry yourself. You carry yourself a certain way,
That's
and
right.
right, you got to carry yourself a certain way, and if you do that, then I won't say you won't attract the wrong attention because sometimes what it said, darkness sees light, and they're attracted to the light anyway. So even if you are, being righteous and wearing the right clothes, doing carrying yourself the right way, sometimes there's other things, Satan or whatever, whoever evil, they'll still be attracted to you because they see that light, they see that what's good, and they're still gonna be attracted to it. But that's when your discernment gotta still be strong, gotta kick in, like, hey, they might be a little attractive or whatever and stuff like that, but nah, they're not good for me. Or when they start, trying to coach you into doing different things, and so you gotta be paying attention to say, hey, no, this ain't where I'm supposed to be going in my life. This ain't what I'm supposed to be doing. Let me back out of this situation.
Yeah.
Sometimes, yeah, sometimes we wait too long to back out of these situations,
Mhm.
and you gotta start, stop waiting so long to back out of those situations. Hmm.
I'm so glad God done turned on my spirit of discernment right now. You know,
Hmm.
it's by not like I'm not currently in any relationship right now, and I'm not looking for any relationship, but
Right.
just in general with people, because I mean, doing in my book it was discerning who people are, who's good for
Right.
you and who's not good for you,
Hmm.
because everybody that they say you're a friend, not necessarily your friend.
Yes, of course. Been there, done that, but yes, you just have to pay attention.
You got to pay attention. Got
Hmm.
to pay attention. Look, my mom used to tell me, look, she she never told me anything that would hurt me. But and
Hmm.
like you say, old fast little girl wanna
Hmm.
oh mama, let me do this and that, let me go such
Right.
a place, when she was just trying to protect me. You know, I'm
Hmm.
thinking I'm missing something. I want to go with
Right.
Sally going. Sally can go over there. Why I can't go by myself? And I would
Exactly.
none of that what my mama was trying to tell me, want to do what she could want to do.
Right. Exactly. Exactly. Like that's the old saying. Everybody with you ain't for you, and no,
That's
they not. Exactly. They with you for one reason or another, but that don't mean that it's for a good reason.
Mm-hmm.
That discernment kick in. You gotta really start paying attention. But you can think that people are so innocent. Whether you can think, oh, that's my friend. They care about me or they this, they that. But you don't know. You gotta ask God. You gotta pray about that too. Ask God to show you. Is this person really trying to be my friend? Or are they really here for me or are they not? You gotta really pay attention to that too, because that the boundaries can be crossed in that area as well, not just in dating relationships. Those boundaries can be crossed in friendships and things of that nature as well. So you got to be careful and use your discernment and pay attention to all of that.
That's right.
Yes,
That's
you
right.
do. You sure do. Yes, ma'am. Well, Miss Tysheka, I have enjoyed this conversation, girl. I have enjoyed this conversation. This has been very wonderful. I am so glad and honored that you did come on here with me today, or tonight rather, and have this conversation with me. And you all can find her book on Amazon as of right now. It's available on Amazon. And can they get any personal copies from you, any autographed copies from you?
Of course. Yes, ma'am.
Right. So you can contact her on Facebook and TikTok. She's all over both of them. Yes,
I'm all on social media.
right. She's all over social media, and I tagged her and all the posts. But she can write. She's all on Facebook and TikTok, so you can get an autograph copy from her, or you can order your copy of her book. Someone else. This is my story on Amazon, and also Mr. Shika will also be here at our she said congratulations on Miss Vanessa said congratulations on your book.
Thank you. Thank God is good. God,
Yes,
but
he
God,
is.
but God.
Amen. Yes, he is. Yes, ma'am. And then I also wanted to just remind the people about the All Words Matter Black Author Book Expo and Fall Fest, which Mr. Shika also is a featured author there as well. She will be one of the featured authors. So you all come out if you want to get your autographed copy. But if you go ahead and get your copy now, get your from Amazon, go ahead and get it now, and then you can bring that to the book expo and get that signed.
Yes. I'm
Yes,
super excited. I can't
yes,
wait.
come over there. So yes. And so yes, but it's going to be Saturday, October the 12th, 2024, from 11 to 4 p.m. at the Citizens Park Office and Conference Center at 640 Old Airport Road in Aiken, South Carolina, 29801. And we're going to have author presentations, book signings, storytelling, different activities for kids, and we may have some promotional giveaways, food vendors, and retail and craft vendors. And if anyone would like to sign up as a vendor, please feel free to reach out to me. My email is on the bottom of the flyer. Stop the little ticker, and you can see that on there as well. The website is right here below, heribetstalks.com, and you can register as a vendor if you'd like to be a vendor as an author, or if you have a product that you would like to, you feel would be a good fit for the show, the expo, send me an email, let me know. Or if you're a food vendor, we need food vendors. If people want to eat and drink while they're at the book expo, so come on out and support. It's gonna be a wonderful time, wonderful thing for us for here in CSRA. So we're really looking forward to it. We're gonna have, like I said, several more other authors that are gonna be there as well from this area, and some that are driving in from out of town. So feel free to reach out and sign up to be a vendor, or just come out and be a spectator. And thank you so much for coming on with me. And hang on just a minute. There we go. And
Thank you, Michelle, for having me. It was
oh,
a blessing.
the pleasure was all mine. I really did thoroughly enjoy it, and I am going to finish your book because her book is very long, but it's very interesting though. It's very interesting and it's very helpful because like reading some of the things you went through, I'm like, so there's different points in there that makes you think about things. So I do appreciate you, giving me let me read your book, read your work, so that I can see a copy for myself. So I do appreciate that. But again, is there any final words that you would like to say to everyone?
Anyone that gets my book, I would like my testimony, my blessing, prayerfully, that it would enlighten you and let you know that there is hope in darkness.
And I'll bring it back up. But yes, there is hope in darkness. So just remember that, you all. So there you have it. Author Tysheka N. Wright here from the great old city of New Orleans, South Carolina.
Yeah.
right here in the CSRA.
In
So
the
y'all come out
CSI.
and see us. So y'all come on out and see us. But in October. But yes, well again, thank you so much for coming on with me tonight. And Miss Vanessa, thank you so much for staying on with us the whole time. Our girl, I really do appreciate you. And we will see you all tonight. I will see you all at 9. I will be on another show. So that the flyers on Facebook. I will be on Miss El Renee Nixon's show at 9 o'clock, Single and Save Plan B series. So y'all check that out as well. And next week we will have on the 29th, no 27th. I have author Sarah Osby is going to be joining us. So stay tuned for more information. And if you would like to sign up for the email updates, go onto the website www.hairbedthoughts.com and sign up for the email link so that you won't miss any updates. And thank you guys so much for watching, and we will see you guys later. Thank you. All right. And